Preview: Spain versus Scotland. Prediction, team news, lineups. Spain will be seeking revenge against Scotland WV. The two nations lock horns at Estadio de La Cartuja in Seville for a Euro 2024 qualifier on Thursday night. La Roja were surprisingly beaten 2-0 by the Tartan Army at Hampden Park on matchday 2 earlier this year, courtesy of 2 goals from Scott McTominay. Since Spain were put to the sword by Scotland in Glasgow, their first defeat under new head coach Luis de la Fuente in just his second game in charge. La Roja have responded well by putting together a 4-game winning streak across 2 different competitions, lifting their first ever UEFA Nations League trophy in the process. A 2-1 win over Italy in the Nations League semi-finals in June was followed by a penalty shootout success against Croatia in the final. And they have since recorded 2 thumping victories over Georgia and Cyprus in Euro 2024 qualifying. Indeed, a hat trick from captain Alvaro Morata inspired Spain to a 7-1 away win over Georgia last month. 4 days before they hit 6 past Cyprus without reply to keep them in contention to secure top spot in Group A. De La Fuente's men still have plenty of work to do if they wish to knock Scotland off their perch at the summit of Group A, as they currently sit 6 points behind the Tartan Army with a game in hand. A win on Thursday would move La Roja to within 3 points of Scotland heading into their final 3 qualification fixtures. Spain, ranked 10th in the world by FIFA, will fancy their chances of success on Thursday, as they have won each of their last 24 Euro qualifying matches on home soil dating back to October 2003, including a 3-1 victory over Scotland in their last home meeting in October 2011. Scotland are still basking in the glory of their famous victory over Spain 7 months ago, their first against La Roja for 39 years. And they have since preserved their perfect start in Group A with wins against Norway, Georgia, and Cyprus. A stunning smash-and-grab 2-1 away victory over Norway in March. A game they were losing with just 3 minutes remaining was followed by successive wins by an aggregate score of 5-0 against Georgia and Cyprus. Last month, to put the Tartan Army on the cusp of qualifying for their second successive European Championships. Steve Clark's side, ranked 10th in the world by FIFA, are unbeaten in each of their last 9 competitive games, including 8 victories, and merely need to avoid defeat against Spain on Thursday to book their place at next year's Euros in Germany. Scotland also need to claim 6 points from their final 3 qualification games to secure top spot in Group A. Spirits are understandably high within the Scotland camp at present, although they will be seeking to bounce back from last month's 3-1 home defeat to bitter rivals England in a friendly fixture as they endeavour to taste success in Seville for the very first time on Thursday. Indeed, the Tartan Army have lost both their previous 2 visits to Seville, with a 4-1 defeat by Brazil at the 1982 World Cup Finals, followed by a slender 1-0 defeat against Spain in a 1985 World Cup qualifier under former boss Jock Stein. Scotland's only win in Spain was a memorable 6-2 triumph at the Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid back in 1963. Spain and Barcelona prodigy Lamine Yamal, who at the age of just 16 became La Roja's youngest ever player and goalscorer in last month's win over Georgia, has withdrawn from the national team squad due to a hip injury. Villarreal winger Yeremy Pino has also been forced to withdraw due to a hamstring problem, while Dani Olmo, knee, Pedri, hamstring, Marco Asensio, foot, and Jose Gaya, thigh, are other notable absentees who continue to recover from injury. Granada's Brian Zaragoza has received his first senior call-up following Pino's withdrawal, while Brighton Amp Hove Albion loanee Ansu Fati has returned to the senior setup after missing out on a call-up last month. And both players are in contention to feature in some capacity on Thursday. The absence of Yamal could see Barca teammate Ferran Torres, who scored a brace against Cyprus last time out, start an attack alongside Morata and Nico Williams, while Alejandro Balde is set to start at left back in the absence of Gaya. As for Scotland, Rangers' Ryan Jack, unspecified, and Millwall's Kevin Nisbet, hamstring, are both ruled out due to injury. And the Tartan Army are also having to cope without Real Sociedad loanee Kieran Tierney, hamstring, and Newcastle United's Elliot Anderson, who is yet to decide whether he wishes to represent Scotland or England at international level. The absence of Tierney could see either Andrew Robertson or the returning Liam Cooper deputise on the left side of a back three next to Jack Hendry and Ryan Porteous. Should Robertson begin at left centre-back? Greg Taylor could start at left wing-back. Forwards Jacob Brown and Lawrence Shanklin have both returned to the senior squad this month, but Clark is expected to hand either Lyndon Dykes or Che Adams a start up front. With John McGinn and McTominay, who has scored 6 goals in just 5 Euro 2024 qualifiers, set to provide support in advanced midfield roles. Spain possible starting lineup: Simon, Carvajal, Lenormand, Laporte, Balde, Marino, Rodri, Gavi, Torres, Morata. Williams, Scotland possible starting lineup: Gunn, Porteous, Hendry, Cooper, Hickey, Gilmore, McGregor, Robertson, McTominay, McGinn, Adams. We say, Spain 2-1 Scotland. Scotland have taken a fearless approach to Euro 2024 qualifying and have every right to feel optimistic heading into Thursday's contest. But securing success in Spain and replicating their famous triumph over La Roja earlier this year will be a tall order. Spain may be missing a few key players, but they have been scoring goals for fun in recent matches and still boast enough firepower in the final third to claim maximum points and extend their remarkable winning home run in Euro qualifying to 25 matches.